Oh my God. Oh my God. Is the streak over? I think it is. The Hornets lost to the Pistons tonight. One of the worst teams in there. Man. Dang, dog. Coming out the All-Star break. People got their hopes up. Yeah, they're going to beat Toronto. Good job, Hornets. Detroit tonight. Bottom of the Eastern Conference. No problem. Thank you for tuning in to a late night edition of the Holy Home Sports Broadcast. I'm your host, E. Thank you all. Going over the Hornets recap. So we in here. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know what to say about that. Hornets catch the L to the Detroit Pistons tonight in overtime. This is their 7th overtime game this year for the Charlotte Hornets, and they've won all but none. They've won none. This team doesn't know how to close. And for me, the excuses with, well, they're just young. Gordon Hayward's not there. You know what? That's getting kind of tiresome now. It's going to be different after the All-Star break. It's going to be different. Yeah, I know we lost a lot of games and they were tired, blah, 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 blah. Nah. Nope. No excuse to lose tonight. None at all. Gonna look at the box score real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up on my phone. All right. That's still stuck in the second quarter. When won't doing too good then there. But yeah. Final score. Detroit 127-126 in OT over the Charlotte Hornets in the Spectrum Center. Kelly Olynyk hits the game-winning bucket. How fitting, because a lot of times when they were coming back against them, he was hitting wide open shots. So that's how that goes. Let's take a look at the box score first. Let's start with Detroit first. Detroit first. Sadiq Bey led the way with 28 points, 8 rebounds. Sadiq Bey always kills Charlotte. He always kills them. Jeremy Grant, that Grant bloodline doing their thing. He had 26 and 4 rebounds. And how much did Olynyk have off the bench? 20 points, and 8 rebounds. Like, really? Going over to Charlotte Hornets. Miles Bridges had 29. Terry Rozier had 33. PJ had 10 off the bench. Cody Markham, 13 off the bench. Kelly Oubre with 15 off the bench. And LaMelo had 17, 7, and 7, but he did struggle shooting the ball all night long. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said it before. The Charlotte Hornets are a playing team. This is what they are, man. There's no reason. If you're more than just a playing team, these games you win. You did. There's no. I don't want to. This one, I don't want to hear any excuses losing Detroit at home. I don't want to hear it. Gordon Hayward. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And your constellation prize, because this is a game you needed to win, you get Milwaukee on the road tomorrow night. And they want to avenge the last time they beat you. And teams like Milwaukee, real team, they're ready to make a playoff push and settle their differences. This team is going to be right in the 9-10 game. And I'm not trying to hear from LaMelo stands or Borrego needs to be fired, because that's not going to do anything. you know. But I'm a look forward head type of person, and next season, I know they just lost, but next season, this type of crap right here can't keep going on. It cannot keep going on. This type of crap can't keep going on. Mason Plumlee at the 5 is not good enough. If you want to actually make some noise in the East, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. This summer, the excuses stop for me. They stop. They're done. I know a lot of Hornets fans are frustrated, rightfully so. This bothers me to a certain degree, but this just solidifies in stone. They are a playing team. I said before the season started, they'll float between 6 and 10. As far as the Eastern Conference goes, no, they're not. They're playing. And if they keep effing around, let's look at these standings real quick because I don't want to talk out of turn. Let's take a look at them on a good phone real quick right now. They may have not updated tonight, but being that they just called an L, they just called an L. Um, I don't think the Wizards are gonna catch him just because. But if they had Bradley Beal and he was still playing down the stretch, yeah, the Hornets they wouldn't be in playing game at all. And as much as I like Borrego, if they missed the playing game and people were serious, like, why is he our head coach? I couldn't defend it this time. Like, I couldn't defend it. Like, I couldn't defend it. This team gets tore up on the glass. They don't defend well at all. They don't defend well at all. These are all things over the summer that need to tremendously change. Because if nobody has not paid any attention or not, the whole Eastern Conference has got better around them. Like everybody got better. Chicago got better. Philly got better. Boston got better. Toronto is playing good ball. They're just floundering around. I'm still holding out. I'm gonna say easily say Brooklyn's better just because they got KD. They have a better roster. This team right now is Orlando and Detroit that both beat them this year with just LaMelo Ball. If you want me to be for real, they're LaMelo they are Orlando and Detroit if they had LaMelo Ball. That's what it is right now. That's what it is. They don't defend well. They don't close games. You don't know what you're gonna get from Kelly Oubre. I'm gonna be honest with you. Kelly Oubre is a one-trick pony. If he's hitting three-pointers, hey, it's great. If Kelly Oubre is hitting three-pointers, he's great. If he's not hitting a shot, I don't know what you're gonna get. And this thing right here with Gordon Hayward should not be a surprise because he's always hurt. He's always hurt. Gordon Hayward's always hurt. Who knows if he's gonna come back or not? And the reason I don't want to use that as an excuse because he's not in their long-term plans. A guy that's not in your long-term plans, you have to take the training wheels off of him because of him eventually. You can't keep riding. Well, God, we just don't have, Gordon Hayward. We just don't have Gordon Hayward. There has to become a point where you don't need Gordon Hayward. I don't want to hear tonight because Jalen McDaniels didn't pay. Well, Gordon Hayward was unavailable. It's the Detroit Pistons. They're on their way to getting the top 5 pick again. I'm not trying to hear that stuff. This team's inability to defend, inability to close. This team, I want to know what the record is as far as overtime games in the NBA season. I may look that up where a team has not won one. They have won one. They are 0-7 in overtime games. They cannot close. The last, see, look at that. I'm making a mess over there. That's what their offense looked like. The last minute and 45. The last minute 45, they scored no points in OT. None. They scored none at all. Scary Terry did his thing. Scary Terry went off. Scary Terry, he was defending, rebounding. That's the only person, probably him and Miles, that were completely engaged the entire game. Even when they're not scoring, they were on the defensive end. Everybody else was pissing their pants. Pissing their pants. It's like they get the shaking like strippers at the end of a game, not being able to close. This thing where they are young and all this stuff, I'm not riding that no more. I'm not riding them. I want to see something different. Sadiq Bey kills you every time. Does he do that to anybody else? Does he come out and just shoot? They leave shooters open all the time. It does not change. And I'm not on the fire Borrego train crowd. Fire Borrego needs to go. But damn it, at this point, he needs some kind of criticism for this. Some, some. I'm not saying get rid of the man. I'm not saying fire James Borrego. I love the player development, but this type of crap keeps happening over and over and over and over and over again. At some point, are what you are what you show. And what this team has shown, it is piss poor at defending, and they cannot finish games. That's what they are. And I told people, I was telling folks the entertainment value with this was eventually going to wear off. It was fun last year. People won't eventually see wins, and they're going to finish at the same spot that they finished at last year at 10th. I don't want to hear nothing about the Gordon Hayward injury. I'm not. I'm for solutions over here. I've been drinking all evening. I'm glad I did because I want better for this franchise. Sharp Carolina sports the outside for the Hurricanes. Shout out to the Canes. Stink in Charlotte right now. The only difference between the Panthers and the Hornets, you can see a path where the Hornets can turn good. The Panthers are in the daggum toilet and it's stocked up with crap all in it, and you ain't got no plunger. I may talk about them later. I may not. It is kind of late. And I have to go to work in the morning. Like I said, recap Charlotte Hornets versus Detroit Pistons. The Hornets lose in overtime to the Pistons. Kelly Olynyk, last minute shot in overtime. The end the streak. They had beat Detroit 15 times. Now that streak is snapped. Somebody has to be held accountable for this. Somebody has to be held accountable. It's time. The playoffs start in less than 2 months. The playoff starts in less than 2 months. This thing where we just event and they get better stuff. I'm not sure. That's done with. to say this is what we are, and I hope things we can turn. I don't want to hear we're gonna get better. Y'all got less than like y'all got like 20 games left. I think the Hornets got about 20 games left. It can't be more than 21. And this is what we're getting. So, you know what? Speaking of which, let's take a look at their schedule. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Checking out my Discord. What is everybody saying in here? Uh, wait for the update. Uh, Good job, Spectrum. Good job. It's taking time for it to connect. But anyway, I want to look at their schedule. Okay. Like I said, Milwaukee tomorrow night at 8. They got Cleveland at 7 p.m. Um, Sacramento on Saturday. Brooklyn a week from Tuesday, and Boston a week from on Wednesday. How many wins in there? One at home against the no, I said the Kings, my bad. That's the Spurs this coming up Saturday. How many wins in there? How many wins? The Spurs, Brooklyn, and Boston game are home. Cleveland, Milwaukee. No, they got Milwaukee, according to this, at Milwaukee. Yeah, like I said, yeah, at Milwaukee, at Cleveland, and the Spurs at home on Saturday, Brooklyn a week from Tuesday at home, and Boston at home. How many wins in there? Because they need them. How many wins in there? Somebody tell me how many. Let me know in the comments how many wins in there. Because I don't see a lot. If they go on 5 and Washington somehow finds their footing, may get interesting for that last playing spot. And for the people that do want James Borrego fired, that you may get your wish because if they miss the play in, does Mitch Kupchak make the move on them? Who knows? But I don't want to sound too frustrated or fed up. I will be very, very loud about this next year because there's at some point this type of stuff has to stop. It has to stop. The whole we're young angle and all this, hoopla. It doesn't really work. It doesn't. It's not sent with me because they've been young for a long. Like you need to see progression at some point. Progression at some point, and it doesn't look like there's no progression with the Charlotte Hornets right now. They're a team. They're a team that can pull off cool dunks with LaMelo, cool passes, um, score a lot of points. But the problem is, no matter who the opponent is, they're going to score a lot of points too. It doesn't matter. They could play Northwood, they would score a lot of points because they don't defend. They could play Chapel Hill High, they'll score a lot of points because they don't defend. They could play Charlotte high school, whatever. They'll score a lot of points because they don't defend at all. It's like what's defense? Miles gets lost on defense so much, and like it's crazy. I never seen a guy get backdoored so much. So don't know what's gonna change. That's all I'm gonna speak on that. As far as a recap, I mean, it's so much stuff. Like just make a shot, get a rebound, hit your free throws. They get tighter than a broke man with some money. They get tighter than a cheap wad in them last 3 minutes. Butts get the clenching, thighs get the shaking. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It's amazing. They don't know how they can't finish. They don't know how to finish. It's ridiculous out here, you know, with the Hornets. And I don't think they ever know how to finish at this point because, like I said, you are what you are right now. This isn't the 15th, 20th game of the season. You are what you are right now. And I would say, James Borrego needs some criticism, some, because whatever you're doing, it's not registering with these guys. It's not registering to the floor of what you're teaching, you know. But Milwaukee tomorrow night. I don't know who's available for the Bucks. Like I say, I know they're traveling 8 o'clock tip. A little more tidbits. UNC did beat NC State. I am a Tar Heel fan, people that know. UNC did beat NC State yesterday. Give the Tar Heel Nation round of applause. One thing I'm gonna say though, I'm not British Tar Heel. I'm not B Dot. I will criticize this team, and I'm not true fan. I'm not true fanboy. That's not what I am when it comes to UNC Tar Heels. Um, a lot of people saying, "Oh man," and I'm gonna end the night on this because it's still Charlotte Hornets recap, but I'm gonna put UNC in here for a minute. Um, a lot of people say, "Well, are y'all ready to give them an apology and all this stuff?" What am I apologizing for? What are we supposed to apologize for? Um, you beat a bad NC State team that's dead last in the ACC, and you won't. Is that what you want? You want applause that? Some of y'all's it's your standards have fallen for UNC basketball. It really has. That your expectation is that okay. All right. I just I don't get it. I really don't get it. If that's your expectation, is to beat a bad team and now they need an apology. Yeah, let me drink to that. Ah, that Bailey's good. Mm-hmm. Your Bailey mustache. Yep, wipe it right off of my hand. So the hell what? That's what I do. If you don't like it, right in your jaw. But anyway, um, that's where Tar Heel standards are right there. That's what they are. Beating a bad NC State team and wanting everybody to apologize for being critical. The only person I've been laid off criticism on and shouldn't get what he deserves is Hubert Davis. This is not his squad of teams. This is not it. This guy. I would say year 3, maybe year 4. You want to come on Hubert Davis? Okay, cool. But these aren't his guys. These are guys that Roy wanted, and he went out and got them the best way he could. So I'm not for the Hubert Davis. I'm more so looking at this team, and this team is okay. Like I said, if you want pom pom waving, if you want cheerleaders, if you want Tar Heels are good all the time. Go follow B Dot. Go follow British Tar Heel. You will not get that over here. You will get the unadulterated truth about North Carolina. I don't have time to be a fanboy. Go argue with your mama. And I'm saying right now, as Tar Heel fans, our standards need to raise. We don't get off by beating a bad team. We're better than that. So Tar Heel fans, Let's raise the standards, please. Can we do that? Let's raise the standards. But anyway, that is it for the Detroit Charlotte Hornets recap. And listen, y'all have a good week. I hate that they lost this joint. Streak's over. And I'm not really trying to hear any excuses. I'm just not. I want to hear because they're young. That was a game that was full. If your expectation is to make the playoffs, I didn't say play in, I said the playoffs. You gotta win that game. And they didn't do it at home. Kind of takes a shine off beating the crowd of Toronto, right? Yeah, it does. How do you follow up a big win? That's how they follow up. But anyway, this is your host, E, with a Hoodie On Sports broadcast. Charlotte Hornets versus Detroit Pistons recap. The Hornets fall OT to the Detroit Pistons. Kelly Oubre. I keep saying Kelly Oubre. Kelly Olynyk. Them all them Kelly O's. Kelly Olynyk ended it in overtime at the buzzer. Milwaukee Bucks tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Will I do a recap? Depends on how I feel. I had to get up and go to work, y'all. Look, listen. If you're feeling what you're hearing, like, comment, subscribe, share my stuff. I be on here talking ish. I be giving y'all that heat, baby. Anyway, Holding Your Own Sports Podcast, fam. Good night. I will see y'all later. Peace.